Good morning, it's day 4. Just left at, let's check it out, 6:31, which means I actually probably left at 6:29, so that was really good. Slept super good last night. Mosquitoes were ferocious as usual, but we got the satisfaction of hearing them buzzing around outside of our tent, which is extremely satisfying. Had a good dinner, tons of water. Now we think it's about 5 miles until there's a water source, but there's no comments on our app here. The app's called Far Out, which is, I feel really weird about even saying that. It used to be called Gut Hooks, which was way more raw and cooler. But anyways, there's no comments yet. It's too early in the season, so we're hoping there's water there. We're each carrying about just a little bit over 2 liters. So that's about 5 pounds, 4.5 pounds of water that we're carrying right now. So pack's definitely feeling a little bit lighter though, even with the water, because we're eating lots of food. So that's really good. Whoa, it's like a bear patty. I don't know, anyways. So yeah, it's a nice cool morning. Good breeze was blowing last night, which is really nice. Super cool. A few people came into the camp. There must have been 2 people passed by us this morning. There was, when we were having dinner, a few people hiked by us. One young man, let's see, Cowboy Dan is his trail name. And he was having a tasty dinner of ramen mixed with peanut butter, which I didn't know it was good. Gabrielle says she really wants to try it. It's supposed to be good. We heard about it. Anyways, so we were setting up, getting ready for bed, and all of a sudden he just plops down his tent right next to us in the only spot. I'm like, oh, well, I guess that's what you got to do. You got to find a place, and he did. So that was the first time that's happened. But he was fantastic. Yeah, super quiet. I was making more noise than he was, as usual. So I know. All right, that's it for this morning. We'll check back to you when we get to a place for breakfast. Gabrielle's got a bug bite in the tongue of her shoe. I don't know. Yeah, shoes, not a good spot to get bug bites because they're rubbing it. Ugh. Anyways, couple updates. So I don't know if I said it in the video yesterday, but the tops of both of my feet were kind of red. It was just, and they were super, they itchy. It was weird. It's like there was no bumps, there was no, little dots. It was just, they were just red. So what I did was, also I've worn the same socks for 3 days kind of thing. And they were a little dirty, kind of like super dirty. So I decided to use my second pair, which I do have. And then last night I just had one of our wipes, and I really cleaned both of them good, toes, everything, and rubbed the top really good. And then since it was so warm, I just didn't have anything on my feet for a while, and they were air exposed for a while. We did not take our shoes off at lunch like we usually do yesterday either. Oh, Gabrielle did. I didn't. So I think that might be part of it, but they feel great today. So, gosh, I'll tell you, personal hygiene, super big deal. You do the best you can with all the filth. The other thing, which is super, super bummer, somehow when getting water on the way back or at water, I dropped my little chamois. It's probably a 6x6 old chamois. And I use that for like a washcloth to dry up anything that's damp, like condensation in the tent, spills, everything, because chamois just wring out and they're like dry. So I dropped that somehow and we couldn't find it, so that's gone. That's kind of a key piece of equipment for me. The other is, somehow I have 2 buffs. I dropped one of them on a trail yesterday. It seems like probably pulling stuff out of my pack. I didn't see it. It's a light brown tan one, so that's a bummer. But I have another one And I'm wearing that one right now. Those are actually key because I wear them around my neck. They keep me warm at night, all that kind of thing. So pretty bad day yesterday for equipment. I really screwed up big time on that. So, but so far this morning, everything's going great. It's a nice little stroll through the forest. The forest is opening up a little bit. In this particular moment, we're not getting hammered by mosquitoes. It's really nice. The wind's blowing, you can hear it through the trees. So we haven't stopped for breakfast yet, still a ways to go. We're feeling good though. We do see a little bit of snow on the left and right of us now. So hopefully we don't hit a snow field. That was like that just hammered us yesterday, right at the beginning. Oh yeah, there's a little snow right there. Oh, on the trail. Oh well. Yeah, let's see if we can get a picture of that. There's a big mountain. That's the east, where the wind's coming from. Maybe that's why there's a heat wave coming. Everybody talks about. And maybe this is the east wind. But yeah, there's obviously a fire here. That allows us to see a whole lot, and you can actually really see the terrain, also, which is hidden by the trees usually. So we're heading for breakfast. It's called Windigo Pass. So I'm assuming that means there can be a lot of wind. Wind means no mosquitoes, which is awesome. It's been blowing like this all day from the east since we've been hiking, and you can hear it in the trees. It's really beautiful. Quite a difference from yesterday. I guess you take what the trail gives you. Yeah, hardly no wind, just a lot of skeeters. Wow, look at that. Right off the trail. In the middle of the burn. Alright, so we just got, this is kind of the sign here. And we're going to go close to these folks, but it looks like there's got a water cache here, which is totally unexpected. So we hiked about 6 miles and this morning, so we're going to stop and have some breakfast. So everybody, it's kind of fun. We've actually seen a couple of people that were here, so that was kind of neat to see them. Can you imagine what that's like every day for months? You keep seeing the people on the trail. That's why these weird bonds happen. Not weird, these really special bonds happen. So that's a water cache, which is totally unexpected. So this is called a hiker box. And this one, I was hoping to see a buff or something like that in there, because you never know what you're gonna find. But this one is basically medical stuff. They have a little, somebody wants to sign in, but it's mostly, I see a lot of stomach stuff, diarrhea stuff. There's some feminine products, toilet paper, tape. I mean, they have all the key kind of stuff. So this is what, remote trail maintenance. Frustrated by the, oh, and here's some more. Well, I didn't know what that is, but yeah, so it's pretty cool. So these hiker boxes are common. So people have too much food, they'll drop it. Or if you need something, you're short on something, then it kind of comes to the rescue. It's really cool how that happens. So another girl just arrived. She must have been in the woods. It shocked me when I saw her. So she's talking to Gabrielle. So fantastic morning, fantastic.
Finally took my hair out.
Oh, you did. Wow, it looks great too, G. Nice. So you have your typical oatmeal right there and everything?
Yep. I'm trying to remember where I put my spoon.
I know. So yeah, by the way, so we had that water cache. So we carried, 2 liters of water for absolutely nothing for 6 miles. Man. Yeah, so we're back on the trail after a really nice breakfast. Great talk with a guy named Canary from Nova Scotia. And we got to actually talk with Cowboy Dan, which is fantastic. He just graduated from high school, is going to Humboldt University. Super cool. What we're looking at there, the mountain, that's Thielsen. We camped at the base of that, 2 nights ago. It's very satisfying. When you can see where you've been, you realize that we're actually moving pretty good. So we have, how many more miles is he for the day? 11 miles for the day, and it's about 10 o'clock now. We took a pretty long breakfast.
Typical, our hour long.
Hour long?
Yeah.
Okay, we got there at 9. Yeah, so we're doing super good. So we're getting some nice views on the east side. There's some peak in front of us. We'll probably hit that. But ooh, got a nice view of the east. There's a big pond down there, lake type thing. Oh yeah, what do you got there?
I have a dried fruit bar.
Ooh. Woo. And check that out. Wow. I'm not sure if we're gonna go over that pass or not. That's why I'm doing this. Because I think we might just be going over here because I can see blue sky through the trees. A lot of times I notice this is the Pacific Crest Trail, so a lot of it's on ridge lines and crests, and sometimes it hops from one side to the other, so we might not come back over to actually see that. Makes for great views, but not real great for water, because well, the waters aren't at the top of the mountains, right? So but the views are better. I have a critter report. Gabrielle just saw, what was that, G?
It's a frog, but it was like gray, so I think it might be like a tree frog, because it kind of looked like bark basically on the top.
Wow.
But it just happened.
Never seen one of those. I still haven't actually, because I just hiked right by it. Now we're still going up. I think we're getting close to the end of this uphill. But look, we came back around that mountain. Woo! I think we're going to get even a closer look, my guess. So now we swung back on the west side. That's really pretty. God, there's mosquitoes everywhere. Gotta get going. All right, so we're back on the facing west now. I don't know if that's just a, I didn't know if that has a name. It's really pretty. All right, Jay, how does it feel? It feels good. Oh yeah. All right, so there's Thielsen. That's where we were. Love it! Progress. And we had to go through that snowfield right there. So Gabrielle had a food wrapper that blew out of her hand. Wait. All right. We're not sure if we're going to get closer to this or not, but that's the high point for the day for sure.
Washed out.
We're like totally washed out. We're trying to get a nice panorama here with all my filming skills.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's not great.
That's Crescent Lake.
That's what lake? Crescent. All right, this is the backside of what we were just looking at or came across. So now we're north of it. Thankfully, we're not straight north. Wow. Okay, that's got to be Mount Bachelor, the Three Sisters, and all that out there. For sure. Wow, look at that. Like turquoise. Reminiscent of Tahoe. So over the sign here. Cowhorn Traverse. So Gabrielle says that means we've gone 10.5 miles today.
Yes.
Sweet. It's 11:45. So we're gonna hike probably another mile, right? And then we'll probably have some lunch. Hopefully in a nice rocky area with lots of wind. Lots of it. We're back on the snow again. We've already been on it for a little bit. Oh, he just needs some water. Well, that's enough if you need it. Oh, it's super crystal clear too. Wow. Woo. Oh yeah, getting that. It's coming into view. That's pretty cool because that's where we're headed. We're going to be there next week. So, you know, we might not get a whole lot of views like this. I took the high road. Gabrielle's traversing it. Yeah, it's a lot better up here, sweetie. Can you come up? Right. Yeah, we don't want to have to traverse it. I think the trail is just straight ahead of us, so we are literally on a ridge line right here. I mean, you look right over the edge. And here's again Fields and all those other ones. So this is actually quite a view spot here. Woo. Yeah. What's making this harder is there's mosquitoes all around here too.
What?
I'm talking to the camera. I jumped off right here, G, and started walking. So what are you eating there?
Well, I'm trying to eat.
What you got in your head?
Net. First time I've ever used this thing is this trip.
Boy, that looks so much fun. I'm having some tuna and some Fritos. I think that's our lake way down there. Well, I think there's a bunch of mosquitoes there, but I try not to think about it. The view is super nice though. All right, so we made it to the lake. See it at all? No, it's all washed out right there. Anyways, we're at the lake. We're on a road that actually goes around the lake. And now, gee. So, yeah, what is it? Almost 3:30.
It's 3:27.
Yeah, my skills are still here. We're crushing it though. Yeah. It was good. Hard because we really didn't stop since lunch.
Yeah, that's what I feel like I feel like my body didn't get rest. Like I almost feel sleepy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I didn't get to just like lay down on my pad with my feet and stuff. So.
Yeah. So we're gonna find a campsite without a bunch of gross water around it. And then the wind is blowing on us, which is great, actually reduce mosquitoes. I think we decided we're gonna set up our tent first. Dang, I'm getting like ravaged here. Set up the tent first. Figured out our plunge strategy. Probably gonna jump into the water, get it cleaned off as much as you can. Just kind of dry off. And run back into our tent.
I think I'm gonna, since I'll be moderately clean, I think I'll wear my
Sorry.
My
trekking poles.
My sleeping pants at camp.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Oh yeah, I just put my frog togs on, top and bottoms. Now since I lost my chamois, which is my dry, to dry myself, I'm not sure. I might have to use. I don't know, dirty something? I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I got to figure that out.
I'd offer you my chamois, but I don't want
I don't want that. That's a little too weird. So here's a little better shot of the lake here. So just so you know that there is actually water back there. There it is. There it is. Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, we'll be back once we get stuff figured out. So time to use a nice clean bathroom. I've heard about this one, but there's so many mosquitoes. Oh, that's what I gotta deal with. No more details. All right, this is a little weird. I'm in my tent here. Gabrielle's in her tent. We forgot to do our nighttime thing because it's been a long day. Super good though. So we're there's probably, I don't know, like 6 people in the camp tonight.
At least.
Yeah, something like at least 6 people through hikers are here. So that's pretty cool. You have to talk to them, ask them all sorts of questions about bidets and bear bags. You know, really good camper stuff like that, hiker stuff. Anyway, so today, a highlight today. Do you? I don't know. What are your highlights?
I mean, just being able to swim in the lake and feel relatively clean was probably the highlight. But we had some really amazing views today.
Yeah, epic views today. Yeah, that's right. That's a highlight for me.
Like gradual uphill and then downhill.
Mm-hmm.
It was great until like the last 3 miles, and then I just wanted it to be over.
Yeah, you know, I was like, I was
even ahead of me.
Yeah, I was okay. I was okay physically. It was just you know, the bugs, and we were just so stinking filthy. So, but we did get to jump in this lake, and it was really good. I mean, we just floated around and swam around. It was warm enough to actually do
and
that.
Then our campsite didn't have like extreme mosquitoes while we were eating, so that was really nice.
Yeah. What lake are we at?
That's called Summit Lake.
Summit Lake. So if you want to know where we're at, we're at Summit Lake. We're like 310 miles or something south of, no, 30. I saw the sign that said,
What?
I thought I saw a sign that said 30 miles to Crater Lake, but that's not right.
Okay.
Anyways, just find Summit Lake in Oregon or go to Crater Lake, follow the PCT north for a while until you see Summit Lake. That's where we're at right now. So we're day 4. So we got quite a bit left. I was thinking last night, like, oh man, Friday is going to be the end. I'm like, oh wait, no, it's the Friday after this coming Friday. So this is just the beginning. So we're pretty stoked. So, yeah. So I'd say the views were super good.
Yeah, we
Great.
didn't have that much snow today. It's just the mosquitoes were really annoying today.
Yeah, the mosquitoes were pretty ravenous actually. Yeah. So that's hard. We're not really used to that, and that's a little difficult. But it does make you hike longer without breaks. So whatever that's worth. So all right, let's get our stats here. So my stats are, according to the watch here, it says 38,000 steps. That's cool.
You beat me again.
Yeah, and then calories though, I only have 2,970. So and we're at about 5,300 feet right now, something like that. Hey, how many miles did we do today, G?
Somewhere between 17 and 18.
17, 18. So we've done a bunch of miles. We think tomorrow we might do like was it 12-mile day?
I think it's 12 or 14.
12 or 14, and then we're going to go to hike like 5 miles into where we're going to resupply and hopefully have a breakfast there. So we're planning on having some real food. It's going to be nice, and they have showers.
Yeah.
Not that we need them because we had really nice lake showers today.
Well, without soap.
Yeah, without soap. Yeah, but still I feel pretty clean. All right. Oh, what are your stats, G?
I had 36,000 steps.
Nice.
So I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah.
And then I have 4,200 calories today.
Nice.
So clearly it
really
wasn't
good.
as horrible as yesterday was.
Yeah. Oh, another highlight though, we got to talk today with like a number 3 hikers, and we might get to hike with a gal from Nova Scotia. Her trail name is Canary, and that was super cool. And there's some guys that we were talking with around dinner time. Really neat. Had a really good time with them. So that's actually that for me. I think probably G too. It's a highlight just to talk to guys that are actually doing the whole trail. just about their, their experience. We'll share one of them later. Don't have enough time tonight. But some of their experiences are pretty scary stuff. But yeah, sometimes that happens. All right, that's it. Anything else, G?
No.
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.